Here's something that will make you question everything you thought you knew about high fashion. Ralph Lauren just threw the industry playbook out the window, and the results were absolutely mesmerizing. New York. Forget everything you've been told about corporate culture and Fashion Week extravagance. On Wednesday, September 10th, Ralph Lauren completely revolutionized both concepts by transforming his Madison Avenue headquarters into something that felt more like an exclusive living room gathering than a traditional runway spectacle. This wasn't just another fashion presentation. It was a masterclass in intimate luxury that debuted his Spring-Summer 2026 collection just before New York Fashion Week officially kicked off. But here's where it gets controversial. While most designers are going bigger and bolder to grab attention, Lauren deliberately chose the opposite path. Instead of the typical sterile corporate atmosphere filled with suits and screens, he created an environment that radiated warmth and sophisticated comfort. The question is, was this genius marketing or a risky gamble that could backfire? The guest list alone was enough to make headlines. Picture this. Media powerhouse Oprah Winfrey making her entrance alongside television personality and close friend Gayle King from CBS Mornings. Add to that mix the multi-talented Mindy Kaling, R&B sensation Usher, who happens to be the face of Ralph Lauren's newest fragrance line, acclaimed actress Laura Dern, and the legendary Anna Wintour, appearing in one of her first major public outings since the recent announcement of Vogue's new head of editorial content, following her transition from editor-in-chief. The celebrity constellation didn't stop there. Academy Award winner Jessica Chastain mingled with Broadway star Ariana DeBose, while veteran actress Naomi Watts shared animated conversations nearby. Power couple Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra Jonas commanded attention, as did rising star Ryan Destiny and singer-songwriter Maggie Rogers, all occupying prime real estate in the front row. The social dynamics were fascinating to observe. The Jonas couple engaged in lively discussions with Chastain and DeBose, while Dern navigated the room with ease before enthusiastically greeting Watts upon her arrival. Usher and his wife Jennifer Raymond found themselves seated adjacent to the Jonases, with both musical husbands engaged in spirited conversation that seemed to energize the entire front section. Just moments before the presentation began, the atmosphere reached peak excitement as Winfrey and King made their dramatic entrance, followed by a flurry of camera flashes as they swiftly settled into their designated spots. And this is the part most people miss. Those spots weren't your typical Fashion Week seating. Instead of the usual rigid chairs arranged in perfect rows, guests found themselves sinking into luxurious white couches adorned with sumptuous complimentary pillows. Everyone nestled together as if they were longtime friends gathering in Ralph's personal residence, which in essence they were. The office space turned runway represented what many hope could become the new standard for corporate workplace comfort, designed with what the official show notes described as intimate simplicity, keeping the focus firmly on the clothes. According to the accompanying documentation, every piece in the collection carries intensely personal significance. But what does that really mean in today's fashion landscape? At 85 years old, the designer shows absolutely no indication of slowing his creative momentum, continuing to orchestrate multiple new collections annually. His Spring-Summer 2026 vision painted the runway in a striking palette of black, white, and crimson red that felt both nostalgic and refreshingly contemporary. The collection showcased black and white stripes in every conceivable orientation and scale, delivering subtle preppy sophistication with modern edge. Oversized sun hats created unexpected partnerships, some predictably paired with flowing, breeze-friendly dresses. Others surprisingly matched with sweater vests, neckties, and tailored trousers. Strategic splashes of vibrant red punctuated the monochrome foundation, injecting deliberate energy and visual excitement throughout the presentation. The overall aesthetic achieved something remarkable. It felt simultaneously timeless and thoroughly modern, presenting refined interpretations of classic silhouettes that embodied strength and sensuality through minimalist design principles. The evening's crescendo arrived when Ralph Lauren himself emerged for the finale, looking effortlessly distinguished in dark aviator sunglasses and a perfectly worn brown leather jacket. His appearance triggered an immediate standing ovation from the captivated audience, demonstrating the enduring respect and admiration he commands within the industry. This brand represents something far more significant than mere clothing. It has evolved into a powerful symbol of the persistent belief that anything remains achievable, even against the increasingly complex backdrop of contemporary American society. The Ralph Lauren philosophy suggests that everyone deserves access to refined luxury, the kind that feels comfortably lived in, yet unmistakably sophisticated. Interestingly, his April presentation was equally star-studded, featuring appearances by Anne Hathaway, Sadie Sink, Andra Day, and numerous other celebrities who came to experience his moody autumn designs. However, the grandeur of recent September showcases, including the palatial Hamptons estate transformation in 2024 and the converted Brooklyn warehouse spectacular in 2023, both reimagined as Ralph Lauren's universe of vintage automobiles, premium leather, and accessible luxury, created a stark contrast to Wednesday's deliberately intimate approach. While still larger in scale than his most recent office presentation from April 2024, this latest show represented what the official notes characterized as a coming home for the collection. But then again, perhaps everywhere truly does feel like home when you're experiencing the Ralph Lauren universe. Here's what I want to know. Do you think this intimate approach to high fashion represents the future of luxury marketing? Or is it just a temporary trend that will fade when the industry returns to its traditional grand spectacles? Is Ralph Lauren's accessible luxury concept genuinely democratizing fashion, or does it actually make exclusivity even more desirable? Share your thoughts. I'd love to hear whether you think this cozy, personal approach resonates more than the typical Fashion Week theatrics, or if you believe the industry needs those larger-than-life moments to maintain its mystique and appeal.